So welcome to the December Gigonometry Showcase. We just had a wonderful performance from New Mellow. So I'd like to welcome Kieran, I'd like to welcome Ray, I'd like to welcome Will and Rob. So lads, give us the backstory. Who's the talker in the band? Oh, you are all yappers. I talked to you everyone.
When did we start talking? Okay.
Good, I like that. So Ray, kick off there.
Well, we probably started off about 6 years ago.
When you were about 12, right?
Yeah, literally when we were about, I was in both of these guys' bands. They're fighting over me at the time, guys. But yeah, from there we just kind of developed musically. We all kind of just fell into place then when.
It's a very refreshing sound, you know. It's something different from kind of the standard generic kind of indie stuff that has been kind of going around Dublin. I believe some of you are going to BIM College, and I think there's a lot of interesting stuff happening there. Will, tell us a little bit about how BIM is influencing you, and tell us what BIM is for those that don't know it.
Well, I suppose it would influence me in the way that you're around other musicians, so the bar is constantly being raised. So you have to be on your best, because I mean there are some unreal bands out there, and like that they're all together in the one place. It's not like competitive in a bad way, but just kind of makes everyone try that a little bit harder. So
I'd call that competitive in a very good way. And the way that Barcelona and Real are kind of raising the bar in Europe, you know what I mean? BIM is raising the bar for.
Real haven't been on form now.
Never mention football really in a music interview. It's not a good idea. So it seems we're talking to you, Rob. Can we hear where your influence is from? Because by the way, nice sticky bow.
Thank you. It had Christmas trees, but it's gone now. It got far too warm. Influences in football or music? Steven Gerrard. No. Let me think. Probably the Beatles. Probably the biggest kind of influence on me. But again, into a lot of stuff from the 90s, like Oasis and stuff like that. But then probably got some of the harder rock from the 70s, like Led Zeppelin, and big into Sabbath as well. So I don't know, mix matching a lot of things together. I don't know how they add up to get what we give. But
I mean, none of us would listen to like. There's obviously a bit of overlap, but we don't all listen to the same music, which I kind of think helps bring a little bit.
It's a big spread.
Yeah. I noticed that, particularly in the last couple of tracks, there was a real kind of proggy vibe going on. So who's the prog rocker? Is it yourself, Kieran? Is it?
Yeah, I've kind of heard that before, and I don't think we do it on purpose. You know, we're not looking at like Jethro Tull and we're like, yeah, definitely gonna go for that. Get the flute out.
Minus the flute, I should add. Yeah.
But yeah, I could kind of agree to a certain extent that there's something progressive about what we do. In the sense that we're not going for your standard verse, chorus, double chorus, harmony kind of thing. But it's a hard question to answer where it comes from, because like Will said, we all listen to all different music, but I can't pinpoint at least for myself where specifically it comes from. It's a big amalgamation of a bunch of bands.
Yeah.
And
well, that's brilliant. Well, that's really great to hear, and it comes across. And I love when bands actually do answer that. And I can't really tell where it comes from, because you can tell from listening to it that it's really quite original. You just love what you're doing.
We're hoping it doesn't sound like some other band, some rip-off.
It absolutely doesn't. I mean, there's a lot of people there tonight who come to all the gigs, and they were really saying they are different. They are absolutely producing something different. So, but really good different as well. There's a lot of really nice melodic stuff going on the guitars, and you two guys quite clearly quite different guitar players. How do you manage to blend all the stuff? Do you jam together acoustically and whatever?
Well, I mean, the odd time we would jam acoustically.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a thing that like we were saying, like we've all known each other for so long. So I mean, the chemistry is there, I suppose.
That's it. Out of anyone in the band, I've been jamming with you the longest. So even though there's a difference, I think we work with that difference rather than trying to.
Into my eye.
Yeah.
Right.
Very advanced Eastern mysticism going on here with this band. And where are you all from? What part of Dublin? Because you obviously all grew up together and stuff.
Yeah, fairly I'm from Glasnevin.
Yeah. So Northsiders, these are Northsiders, deadly. Because there is, I mean, Dublin City is it's like mushrooms popping up out of the ground. Bands are just popping up, aren't they, all over the place?
It seems like because we knew them when we were like 12, and then they disappeared, but they're all kind of coming back now. What are they called? Bagels or.
Yeah, we saw Bagels here a couple of weeks ago. They were really, really good.
Yeah.
And they have kind of an interesting kind of proggy type sound as well going on. There's just so many genres happening, and then at a very high level, as you said, Will, as well. So come here, what's the next steps for New Mellow now that we've seen you launch yourself?
Well, that's it for us this year, unfortunately. But,
well, so far, might get one last minute gig at the end, maybe.
I think we're going to be on Dublin City FM sometime in the new year. Right. I don't know about the dates, and then hopefully next year we'll be gigging all over the place and recording and getting something out. So you'll be sick of us by the end of the year.
Good. Well, I'd look forward to hearing that, Ray.
We have
Yeah, we have like new videos coming up as well. We have our own recording stuff, so we're just getting so much.
So watch out for your video channel on YouTube and stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lack of our stuff online, and that's been the case for ages because it's hard to get stuff recorded good, good quality recordings. But now I think we're at a place where we're actually about to start fucking doing stuff, getting stuff recorded. So when people go to the gigs and they like what they hear, they can fucking listen to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right. I think you need to be happy with what you're putting out there, whether it's online and just free to listen or whatever. It doesn't matter. You got to be proud and be able to stand over it. Well,
yeah, there's a couple of recordings that we do have that we're like, it's not worth putting them out yet. Like, not necessarily like, we don't necessarily think they're bad, but again, they're kind of, you want something to be perfect if you're going to be putting it out, because like, it's a shame if you're going to put out a song and then like, oh, we have a better recording of it now, and redoing. Like, we kind of want to get it right before putting it out, but that's what's led to kind of not having anything out. So
well, you're right. Once you don't put it on the extremely long finger, you know what I mean. At some stage, you have to let your baby go. But when you know you can do something as brilliantly as you did tonight live, and you want to get as close a reproduction to that, I think you're doing the right thing. But what you sent to me was very impressive, and I knew there was something there, and the live show really proved that tonight. So, New Mellow, thank you so much.
thanks for having us.
You're welcome.